Greetings everyone, it's Ashley and I am back at Universal Orlando. It feels like I was just here. Well, actually, in fact, I was, because I was here, was it last week? Because they debuted the Super Nintendo section over in the Universal Studios store in City Walk, and they also debuted the butterbeer counter. So yes, you don't have to go to the theme parks to get butterbeer. But anyway, I'm back again because there's so many updates to share. Universal's debuting a bunch of new things, new entertainment, new merchandise experiences, and so I wanted to stop by and share them all with you. Over at Universal Studios Florida, they have a whole Jaws experience happening over in the San Francisco area. They've added a bunch of new Jaws merchandise. They have some photo ops and some props inside the San Francisco Candy Company store. So basically it's kind of like a mini Jaws tribute store in a way. Of course, the movie is celebrating its 50th anniversary, so that makes sense. So we're gonna head inside the park and go check that out. While we're in studios, we're also gonna head over to Five and Dime because they dropped some Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. Yes, got our first signs of Halloween Horror Nights, so that means spooky season is not too far away. So I'm gonna go check that out. And then I'm also gonna share some other updates about things that are happening in and around the park. So quite a lot to do. I'm only here for a little bit, so let's get to it. All right, so one of the first updates I wanted to share is that right over here at Wicked the Experience, Elphaba and Glinda will be returning for character photo ops. Universal announced this just the other day. And so yes, if you were here, you'll be able to get a chance to take pictures with them and meet them. They'll be here June 23rd through August 10th. So if you didn't get a chance to get a photo with them the first time that they were here, and they were only here for a very short time and their photo ops weren't really announced, but if you didn't get a chance to do that the first time, you have another chance this summer. Also, I would recommend, even if you don't get a chance to meet Elphaba and Glinda, definitely check out Wicked the Experience if you're a Wicked fan, or even if you're not a Wicked fan, because it's a really cool walkthrough experience. They have merchandise in there, they have props, replica props from the movie, and hopefully they'll have something for Wicked for Good, which is the second part of the movie that's coming out this November. Hopefully they'll have some of that stuff in here soon, so we'll have to wait and see. So I popped into Five and Dime to check out the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise that they just dropped the other day. It's not a ton of merchandise. They have it, just in a little small section there. It's mostly like the preview merchandise. And it's just a couple of shirts, some shot glasses, hat, and scented candle. And it all has the Never Go Alone tagline, which has been used quite a few times over the years for Halloween Horror Nights. So it seems like they're keeping it this year. But it was really cool because, again, Halloween Horror Nights is going to start in August, and we're getting our first peek at that. We don't have any house announcements yet or any Scare Zone announcements yet, but we have merchandise. Also, I mentioned this in a previous video, but they've opened up this Universal Orlando pass holder and team member discount store over here in Williams of Hollywood. So if you're looking for some merchandise and you want to save a little bit of money, make sure you head over there. Most of the merchandise in there is like 60% off. So they have t-shirts, hats, spirit jerseys, bags. They have holiday merchandise. Might be worth going in there browsing around, see if you find anything interesting. As I was heading over to the San Francisco area to check out the Jaws setup that they have over there, I decided to swing by Central Park to share another big update that Universal just made. So there are no longer any designated smoking areas inside the theme parks. There was only one in Universal Studios Florida, but it's no longer here. If you want to smoke, you have to go outside the park. Now they've put up some signs here to let people know that this is no longer a smoking area, that this is a smoke-free area. And they said they're basically doing it for guest and team member comfort. So again, the nearest smoking area is going to be outside the park. It's actually located right next to the archways as you're exiting out. They have the ashtrays there and some signs that say that this is a designated smoking area. So Again, no more smoking in any of the Universal theme parks, and that's the same for Islands of Adventure. They removed that smoking area from inside the park, and it's now outside the park, right across from the lighthouse. And then there's a smoking area in just like the City Walk area next to the Red Coconut Club. Now, Volcano Bay is the only park right now that still has an in-park smoking area, but that's just because right now they're still using the Tapu Tapu wearable devices and the virtual line. Once that goes away, which that's supposed to be in October, they're then going to transition that smoking area out of the park. So there will no longer be a smoking area inside that park either. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're coming to Universal. If you are a smoker, the smoking areas are outside of the parks. Again, they have signs up right now, I guess, because they just made this change. So it's just to let people know if they're trying to find a smoking area, they're no longer in the parks. All right, so here we are over in the San Francisco area, and they basically recreated Amity Island, and they have this banner here that says, "Welcome Amity 4th of July celebration." They also have this billboard here, "Amity Island welcomes you." And again, all of this is for Jaws. Jaws is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. So they've created this whole little area where they have all these props and photo ops. This is cool. They have this old-fashioned Coca-Cola truck here. They've also added these food kiosks here. So this one is Captain Quint's Boardwalk Snacks. So it's kind of like they're bringing back some of the Jaws stuff that they used to offer back when they had a Jaws attraction here. Don't know what they're serving yet because I don't see any menus. So I'll have to check back to see what they'll be serving here. They've also added some more benches, some seating. Of course, nice. They have some umbrellas on them to give you some shade. But yes, they've added some seating over here. Some more props here. And no swimming sign. Of course, you can always get your picture here with Bruce. That's not new. That's been here. They've added this photo up here that's a reference to the Jaws attraction. You can even see the Universal Studios Florida jacket or shirt in the background right there. So many cool details that Universal adds when they do these little tributes and these photo ops. If you come on the back side here, like if you're getting ready to take a picture in this photo op spot, they have the script for the skippers from the Jaws attraction. They also have this diagram here of the actual attraction, the 1990 version. And they also have this cover here for the script and storyline. All right, let's head inside the San Francisco Candy Factory to see the Jaws setup they have here. Jaws 50th anniversary.
Hello, Amity. This is Rick Dees, back to the dock of the bay with Otis Redding. And hey, Otis, watch those toes.
Right here, when you first walk in, they have this display here with a lot of props. Oh, they got an old Universal Studios Florida map here. And you can probably see that Jaws is on this map right there. We're in the San Francisco Amity section. And then right next to it is Disaster. Both of those attractions no longer exist. Very cool. Then they have some Jaws merchandise. So they got this 1975 Jaws drink cup. It's $25. Got this Amity mug. It's $20. Jaws bucket hat, $30. This is like a Jaws, is it like a bottle bag? Yeah, it's shaped like a bottle. It's kind of cute. And it's got like this rope strap here. What's this? It's $50. $50 for the 50th anniversary. So this Jaws plush here. It's $22. Some more merchandise over here. Got this Amity plaque.
You'll have such a good time, you might never come back.
This Jaws bag here.
Sports. And now, here are the latest scores from our Amity Sports line in baseball.
Alright, so we have this Jaws shirt over here. And we also have this Jaws hat. Jaws wallet. And then some more of the Jaws bottle bags. Some of this merchandise I feel like was here before. Like they had started to slowly put out some Jaws merchandise in this location, but they've added like props and some additional merchandise. So some of this I've already seen, and some of this is brand new. Like this shirt I know, which is really cool, and I'm thinking about getting it. This shirt I know was here before because I saw it the last time I was here. But they have, you know, some more hats and tank tops. Is if you're in this store, you have to look up along the sides because they've added so many props and references to the old Jaws attraction. They basically turned this into almost like a mini tribute store for Jaws to celebrate the 50th anniversary. Again, there's so much to see up here. It's kind of hard to see because it's so high up, but definitely worth just taking a moment to look up. Oh, I really like this poster. Captain Jake's Amity Boat Tours since 1975. Universal should sell this poster. Some last bit of merchandise is over here, some more Jaws hats. I love all the little details. You know, they've added all these lights and props. They also have this radio show that's playing music, and you can hear like seagulls, and you know, they're playing the sounds of Amity Island. All right, on the outside here, they have another food kiosk. Again, hasn't opened yet, and we don't have a menu, although this one says Nathan's world famous Frankfurters, so I imagine they might be selling hot dogs here. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Jaws is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. So I love whenever they do anything Jaws related in the parks. Wish we could have some kind of permanent Jaws presence in the park. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But, you know, I'll take what I can get just because I love when they do these little tributes. Universal also is rolling out a number of tie-ins for movies that they're releasing this summer. So they have Megan 2.0 is coming out. Megan was a huge hit when the first movie came out, and Universal added Megan to Halloween Horror Nights previous years. And they've teased that Megan could make an appearance at Universal Studios Florida this summer. So I know like during Halloween Horror Nights they had a whole Blumhouse section set up, and Megan would be on one of the little platforms there, and people could take pictures and kind of interact with Megan. And then at one point they had a horde of Megans that would go around the park and like dance and everything. So I don't know exactly how they're gonna do the Megan appearances this time around. And they haven't said. Again, they just teased that you may see Megan at the park. So that's supposed to happen around June 10th through the 30th, which is right around the time the movie is going to be coming out. So we'll just have to wait and see exactly what that's going to be, and how Megan's going to appear. Is she going to just like kind of show up and walk around? Is there going to be a specific location where you can see her? I have so many questions. But anyway, I'm kind of excited because I really liked the first Megan movie. I'm looking forward to the second Megan movie, and it's going to be nice to have the Megan character at the parks. Now over here in the film vault, they have a bunch of like retro merchandise. They have some more of the Jaws merchandise. They have the Back to the Future merchandise. And then they also have the Universal Studios Florida 35th anniversary merch. We got this t-shirt here. We also have this 35th anniversary poster with all of the signature attractions like Back to the Future, King Kong, E.T., and Jurassic Park. We also have these shot glasses and mugs. Got a 35th anniversary cooling towel, 35th anniversary cup here. Again, with all the different attractions on there and that neon Universal Studios Florida logo. On the other side over here, they have this 35th anniversary sweatshirt pullover. Nothing on the back. And some more 35th anniversary merchandise. They also have these plushes. So they got Kong, E.T., and then this T-Rex here. Some pins here. The Jaws pin and the island. There's E.T. pin and a Jaws, and then a Back to the Future pin. And then they also have this lanyard here with E.T. on it. If you're a pass holder, don't forget to pick up your Jaws magnet and your Stardust Racers button. They have them over here at the Tonight Shop, so again, don't forget to pick that up while you're at the park. As you may or may not know, Rip Ride Rockit, which is right behind me, is actually closing permanently. So yes, this ride is closing for good in September. We don't have an official closing date yet, but the reason I wanted to stop over here is because they've rolled out some farewell merchandise for Rip Ride Rockit. So over here in the kiosk, right in the Music Plaza, they have a t-shirt that says Farewell Tour. It features Rip Ride Rockit on the back, and they also have a Rip Ride Rockit farewell magnet. So not a ton of merchandise to bid farewell to this coaster. I don't know if they're going to roll out more later, but anyway, they do have some. So if you want to commemorate the end of this attraction, you can head over here to Music Plaza where they have some of the merchandise. All right, so that's going to wrap up my very quick visit here at Universal Orlando. I hope you enjoyed joining me for a look around Universal Studios Florida for some of the park updates, checking out the Jaws 50th anniversary tribute that they have over there in the San Francisco area, and also seeing the Halloween Horror Nights merch. Really excited for Halloween Horror Nights. Can't wait for some house and scare zone announcements. Hopefully that's going to be really soon. Of course, we have Epic Universe opening. I will be there opening day. So I can't wait to experience that on the first official day of its opening. Very excited. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.